Hello there. So this video is going to be useful for most of the Canadian tax filers because in this video, I'm going to explain T4 slip to you guys. And most of the Canadians who file their tax returns are doing jobs somewhere. And if you're doing a job, if you're an employee, you are going to get a T4 slip from your employer. This is about time. These days, employers are issuing out the T4 slips to their employees for the services they got in the past year, which is 2024. So I thought this is the right time to discuss the T4 slips for 2024. A lot of people who are maybe getting the T4 slips for the first time, or they might have questions or confusions. Okay, what are the amounts which show up on T4 slip? I don't understand what they tell me. So in this video, I'm going to keep it very simple, straightforward, and I'm going to be talking about the most common amounts that you see on T4 slips. So let's dive into it. This is a T4 slip. It's a sample slip. It says 2023. Doesn't matter, 2024 is the same as well. So this is a standard T4 slip, and it's also, the name is Statement of Remuneration Paid. If you're an employee, if you got paid from your employer during a year, from 1st January until 31st December, if you got any payment from your employer, they're going to have to issue a T4 slip, which would show those amounts going to you. So in a T4 slip, let's talk about this section first, and then we're going to go to the numbers. So the first section, it says the year, very important, because sometimes people bring in the previous year's T4 slips to us to file their tax return. And then we look at that year and, oh, this is from your past year. Oh, really? By mistake. So employer name, this shows the name of the employer, address of the employer. Okay, right here we have Insta account, wherever your employer is. So you're going to have that information here. Then this is important, social insurance number. So this would show your social insurance number over here in this box. Now you can see some part of it is hidden just for security purpose. Just to tell you that each box over here in a T4 slip has a number. So this box number 28, if any of these boxes is checked, it means that you are exempt from this kind of a deduction. For example, CPP or QPP, EI or PPIP. For example, if you own a corporation, if you're a director of that corporation, you cannot, EI, you won't have to get that deduction. So you will have a check here in this box. Coming to the next part, this is employees information. If you're an employee, so this is where your last name or first name should show up, and your address, which is with the employer, this will show. So don't worry if this information is wrong. It means that the employer, the data that they have needs to be updated. If you've changed your address or if there is any such change, you need to tell your employer to update this information. But this information does not have any impact on your income tax return. Getting on to the number side, this box 45 number 3 shows that this is related to dental benefits, if your employer is paying for the dental benefits or not. So that thing comes here. Box number 10 is important. This T4 is issued or the employment is based in Ontario. It could be, if it's BC, then you would see BC over here in box number 10. Now coming to the main amount, so which is box number 14. Box number 14 shows the gross salary. So for example, when you sign up for a job, they say, okay, you're gonna get, your salary is gonna be $201,001. So that exact amount is gonna show up here. You might say that, okay, or your salary is going to be $100,000. That $100,000 is going to show up here in box number 14. But you might say, I didn't get $100,000 in my account. Yes, you did not, because of certain deductions. And what were those deductions? Those are the ones we are going to talk about now. So that $100,000, when you got that job, is going to show up over here in box number 14. Next box is 16. This is related to CPP contributions. So everyone has to contribute to Canada Pension Plan. There are certain exceptions, so I'm keeping it very simple. I'm not gonna make it complicated for you guys. So I'm just saying everyone who's earning in Canada has to pay CPP. Certain exceptions are there, but let's keep it simple. So the same thing, this amount over here shows that this is the amount of CPP contribution that got deducted from your salary. Which salary? That salary we show over here, $100,000, or this is the gross amount. This amount got deducted. You got your paycheck was 100,000 minus this amount. So this was one deduction. This is basically a contribution from you which goes into the Canada pension plan. And then on your behalf, the employer is also mandated to make a contribution. So this is the amount that got deducted from your salary every month or every paycheck. Total amount deducted during the year is $3,754.45. The second mandatory deduction is the EI, which is box number 18, employees' EI premiums. So this has to be deducted as well. Again, there are a few exceptions, but this is employment insurance premium that every employee has to pay a premium towards that. In this scenario, Mr. John, he got $1,002.45 deducted from his salary as EI premium. The next one is, the important one is box number 22, which is the income tax deducted. So this is the amount of income tax that you've had got deducted out of your salary on every paycheck. Now, maybe at the end of the year, you might not have to pay any tax because you've already got this amount of tax deducted out of your salary. This could be at the end of the year when you file your tax return, you might get a refund. And the reason for getting that refund is that amount of tax that you paid from your salary was more than what it should have been. So at the end of the year, when you file your tax return, you got to know if you're getting $2,000 refund. That means that you paid $2,000 excessive tax during the year, which the government is going to refund to you. Next amount, box number 24. So EI insurable earnings. This has nothing to do with your tax return or your T4 slip. It is just showing that this is the amount which was insurable. Every year, this amount gets revised, and the reason for putting this amount here or showing this amount here is that the EI, this amount is calculated using this amount. So $61,500 was the insurable earning for 2023. Similarly, box number 26 shows CPP or QPP pensionable earning. So this was insurable earning, this is pensionable earning. That means that out of all your earnings, 66,600 is the amount which is used for calculating the CPP contributions. So this is the pensionable earning. These amounts, these ceilings keep changing every year. So for 2023, the ceiling for CPP pensionable earning was 66,600, which is far less than what your gross salary is. Similarly, with EI insurable earning, 61,500 is for 2023. Again, this ceiling is far less than your employment income. Another amount you might see in your T4 is union dues. So if you've had been paying any union dues or any union dues were getting deducted out of your salary or paycheck every month or every period, that amount might show up over here. So it shows that you've had contributed this much amount towards union dues. Other is 52, pension adjustment. So if there is a pension plan which you're paying for during the year, that amount is going to be mentioned over here in this box. Another amount you might see, box number 40. These boxes you can see that do not have number over here because these are special boxes for any special kind of a situation. For example, this 462 could be any kind of benefit that you got and was taxable, deducted out of your salary. or something. So that was mentioned here, and an appropriate code is put over here. You can always inquire about these with your payroll department or HR people, that what is this amount shows. If there are any donations that got deducted out of your salary, those could included in box number 46 over here. So these are basically the most commonly used boxes on a T4. At a very, very simple level, you will just see box number 14, which shows your gross income, box number 16, which shows the CPP contributions that got deducted out of your salary and contributed to the CPP from you. Box number 18, which is the EI premium that you paid during the year. Box number 22, very important, the amount of income tax that you've got deducted out of your salary. If you have any questions regarding T4, just put your question in the comment boxes below. I would really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we keep on sharing useful information, useful tax information for you all the time. Have a great day.